Hey there, George Division, Trey Ketchum coming at you here. And if you're getting this message, it is because we believe you have what it takes to be a part of our SC2 Alliance. And as a divisional team, every single year we assemble the most exciting and dynamic group of individuals in our organization to have come together for a 2.5 week time period after the 4th of July for something called the SC2 Push Alliance. And this is an assemblance of the most talented, the brightest, the best talent that we have in the entire Georgia division. And we go big for those 2.5 weeks. We give them our everything to help them become the best version of themselves, right? And so one of the things that I wanted to talk about with this video is just really some of the perks, I guess, the benefits, the requirements of what we look for people that are committed to be a part of the SC2 Alliance. And then really going to encourage you to do a follow-up session with your manager to map out specifics of what the push can look like for you. The prizes are unbelievable. Your managers can cover that with you. But more importantly, who you become in the process is the most exciting part about being a part of this SC2 Alliance. And I really think about three things when I think about what separates people that are part of the Alliance from being a part of the regular team. So there's going to be a little contest for doing $5,000 in those 2.5 weeks. And literally every single person on the team will be shooting for at least that number. When you hear the prize levels, you're going to be like, okay, everybody's going to do that. But for our core group of people, we have something special. We give them a little bit extra to help them take their business to the next level. And we do it in the form of three things. The biggest thing, guys, is just putting yourself into a situation of a little bit of positive pressure. And what I mean by that is that when you willingly undergo a little bit of adversity, it causes you to stretch your capabilities, causes you to open up your mind a little bit, causes you to become a better version of yourself. The second thing is circles of influence. See, what we found is that when you surround yourself with the right types of people, you're naturally guided in the right direction. We talk about this in our interview, about how when you surround yourself with the right people, you become a better version of yourself. And as a Georgia division, we focus on helping people to become the best version of themselves, not only financially and professionally, but personally as well. And when you're surrounding yourself with other driven, focused, like-minded individuals, you're going to elevate your game. You're going to put yourself in a position to do things that other people just aren't capable of doing. And there's things about being in a circle of influence. There's people you're learning from, there's people you're learning with, and there's people you're teaching for. And by being a part of the SC2 Alliance, you're putting yourself in a position to learn from people that are at the very top of their game. We're talking the top 11 CSPs are going to be speaking every single morning during key parts of the competition to give you the very best skills that they know. To put yourself in a position to learn from the greatest and the best people, you got to be a part of that alliance, and that's circles of influence, people you're learning from. There's going to be people that you're going to be learning with. People are going to be able to bounce ideas off of, think tanks, if you will, to be able to help you take your business to the next level. And there's going to be people you're teaching for. And if you have aspirations of leadership and management, there's going to be things that you're going to learn during the SC2 Alliance that you'll be able to take with you forever. Friendships that are forged, connections that are made, partnerships that are created. You'll be able to take those with you for the rest of your life. And then the third, and I think most probably important part of being a part of the Alliance is just unbelievable coaching. Coaching at the next level, right? Your managers are super busy. They've got a lot of stuff that's happening. A lot of people in their organization want their time, but our best people get our most time. They get our most energy. You think about that concept of 80-20. 80% of your people are going to do 20% of the work. 20% of your people are going to do 80% of the work. Well, here's what I'm going to tell you. I teach our managers to give 80% of their time to that top 20% that's producing the top 80%. So if you want to get the most energy, the most attention, the most time with your manager, be a part of the alliance, because you're going to get their very best coaching possible. You're going to get more coaching from me as a division manager. As a division manager, my time is really truly spent working with your managers and then our top people that are part of our alliance. And so by being a part of the alliance, you're getting that positive pressure. You're getting those great circles of influence. You're getting that outstanding coaching from myself and from the rest of our management team as the Georgia division. And the outcomes that are going to come out of it are insane. The first one being obviously high level income. We're talking making anywhere between $1,500 and $10,000 in a 2.5 week time period. You say that's a pretty big spread. Why the spread? Well, because here's the deal. I don't know what your goals are. I don't know what your time is. I don't know what your availability is. But what I do know is that when you commit to being a part of the alliance, we allow for certain agreements to take place. If there's something that's in your schedule that cannot be moved, maybe you're going out of town for 4 or 5 days. That's fine. So long as we know about it in advance, we can make arrangements. We can make agreements to make things happen. But regardless, if you're part of this alliance, you will make more money than if you're not part of the alliance. Our top income earners every single summer are people that are a part of our alliances. The second thing is your skill set. You're just going to get better and more efficient and more effective at the job. See, by being around those great circles of influence, by getting a chance to learn from the best and the brightest in our business, you're getting access to information that, quite honestly, people charge thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars to get. I'm talking some of these people that are going to be teaching and helping. They're coaches in the business, and they charge, in some cases, people $10,000 or more a year to get the type of coaching that you're going to be able to get during these 2.5 weeks. You don't get it year round, but you do get it during these 2.5 weeks, and it is awesome. As far as the cost goes, by the way, sign up for the conference, and it's already included. It's insane. Right. So being a part of the alliance, you're going to get unbelievable skill development, talent development. Your average order size will go up. Your closing percentage will go up. Your recommendation numbers will go up. Literally every part of your business will get stronger. You'll learn how to sell better to people that own Cutco. You'll learn how to sell cookware. You'll learn how to sell flatware. You're going to learn how to do upgrades and do Cutco kitchens. You'll learn how to always make sure you're closing at least a deal on every appointment you do. You're going to go through some unbelievable skill development and training during those 2.5 weeks. Third thing is getting on my radar. And as a division manager, my job is to be a leader, a developer, and a talent scout for the future of our division. And the first place that I go when I'm looking for the health and the future of our division is I look for our alliance members, because I know these are people that are willing to run through walls with me. These are people that are willing to dig in and get into the trenches, get a little dirty to be able to make the business happen. They're willing to go and pour their blood, sweat, and tears into their opportunities so that they can have opportunities later on down the road that other people won't have. See, the things that separate our alliance, that they do things that other people on the team just won't do. And because of that, they set themselves up to have things that other people just can't have. And then the last thing, as I mentioned, is if you're a part of our Sc2 Alliance, you're already getting fast tracked to get part of our TLA interview process. And our Leadership Academy is really the premier development and experiential outcome that you can get into this fall. That's an opportunity to learn on management of time, management of relationships, management of finances, management of energy, management of yourself and of other people. And that's where we learn. That's where we teach people how to run a vector business, where we teach people how to run an entrepreneurial business. It's where we teach people how to run a family business, and teach people how to run things. We teach people how to be great leaders. And our Leadership Academy is something that I take very seriously. At the end of every summer, I interview our top performers to get into our Leadership Academy. And if you want to give yourself a spot in one of those interview slots, or if you want to make sure that you're putting yourself at the top of the heap when it comes to being selected to be a part of our TLA Leadership Academy program, then I would say you got to be a part of the alliance. Even if it's only for the week or two that you're in town, but you definitely want to be a part of it. I have never had somebody be a part of our alliance that finished out the push the right way, that was a part of it for the entirety of the push, ever look back and say, you know what, I wish I hadn't done that. Our alliance is designed for key players to go out and do something special. So here's what's required. It's pretty simple. It's a commitment for days that somebody is in town. So long as they're in town, we have morning workshops. We don't do them at 6 a.m. or 5 a.m. We do it at 8 a.m. So they wake up in the mornings at 8 o'clock and to put themselves in a position to hop online, to take a ton of notes and to be on point, and they make calls to keep their schedule booked. They maximize their openings that they have around other pre-existing obligations that they have. So somebody can be a part of the alliance without ignoring other important parts of their life. In fact, I want you to take care of all of it and be great here too. That's part of being successful, is that you take care of all things, not just work. So we're going to map things out. Your manager and you're going to sit down and take a look at what your opportunity could look like. But part of the requirement is that you hop up in the morning for these workshops. Another part of the requirement is that you make a lot of phone calls to help get your schedule filled. We have all day phone jams on the Sundays during the push, where you can go to your local office and make a bunch of calls there. You can do it from home, so long as you have an agreement with your manager that you're going to be on Zoom to get the calls done. But that is a big one, is that you're going to be making a lot of phone calls. And then the third thing is that you're going to be committed through the process to work with your manager to become the best version of themselves and best version of yourself. Because here's the deal. It's going to be tough. It'll be one of the tougher things you've done in the business, if not the toughest thing you've done in the business up until this point. But I will say it's going to be totally worth it. You're probably going to want to quit. And you're probably going to hate your manager. You're probably going to hate me. You're probably going to hate Cutco at some point during the push because you're working so hard. You're going to have good days. You're going to have bad days. You're going to have days in the middle. You're going to have literally the worst day of your career, probably during the push. But then you're always going to end up having your best day as well. See, here's what we found. The worst days usually precede the dark days. They said that the biggest storms produce the calmest seas. Same thing happens. And so when you're going through the hustle and bustle and you're crushing and you're working hard, you're going to get tired. You're going to get mentally tired, and you're going to want to give up on yourself. But because you're a part of the alliance, because you've got these great circles of influence, because you're surrounding yourself with outstanding leadership and coaching, you're not going to give up on yourself, and you're going to go out and you're going to do amazing things. So here's the deal. Is the alliance for you? I don't know. It's not for everyone. What I would say is I would definitely meet with your manager, map things out, come up with a game plan, see what's possible from an income standpoint and what you could create for yourself if you committed in the month of July to going out and wrecking havoc, kicking butt, taking names, separate yourself from your peers, and creating an opportunity for yourself that's going to better you for the rest of your life. So, I'm excited to get updates from your manager on how your meetings go, but remember this, gang, no excuses, play like a champion. It is SC2. Everybody steps up and does their thing. So whether you're on the alliance or you just go out to go after $5,000, either way, I commend you in advance for your energy, your effort, and your focus during these upcoming weeks after we get done with the 4th of July session and we launch into what will be the most exciting time in the history of vector marketing. Thanks for your time. Looking forward to seeing you at our alliance meeting on June 30th from 10 to 2.